Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dream Again, which is finally saying yes to all that is inside of you. So I found myself being such a yes woman in my 20s. People would ask, can you come to this event? And even though I had 101 things to do, I'd say, sure, no problem. And they'd say, can you complete this? Or can you fund this? Or can you work on this project? Can you do this? And out of my mouth would always be, yes, 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 yes. And I would say yes to so many things that I never made time to say yes to myself. And I forsook what I thoroughly enjoyed and loved to do for the sake of someone else's agenda. Now, do not get me wrong. I love to give. I love to help others. That's always going to be a part of who I am. But I had to learn how to set appropriate boundaries and give myself permission to invest in myself. Now, I think many, including myself at one point, believe that carving out time for themselves is very selfish because, let's face it, we've got friends, we've got family, we have school, we have full-time jobs. All those things are calling our names. However, it is important for us to realize that saying yes to ourselves is actually saying yes to others. Saying yes to ourselves is actually saying yes to others. So let's think about this. What good are we to our spouse if we always have an attitude day in and day out because we didn't invest in ourselves? Or what good are we if we've been overwhelmed with 99 obligations, we have anxiety attacks, we're stressed out because we didn't invest in ourselves? Or what good are we if we run around like a chicken with our doggone head chopped off and we're investing no time toward our personal goals because we didn't invest in ourselves? So to care for ourselves puts us in a healthy position to properly care for others, including those that are attached to our purpose. So you guys know this. The tagline for Dream Again is finally saying yes to all that is inside of you. So that means you've got to say no to certain requests and you have to say yes to yourself. It means saying no to harmful habits and saying yes to yourself. It's saying no to fear and yes to taking risks, saying no to giving other controls and yes to taking control. It's saying no to getting in everybody else's business, wondering what they're doing, wondering what he's doing, wondering what she's doing, and saying yes to getting into your own business and learning about who you are. So for every yes, it's so important to know that there's always going to be a no, because there will be the temptation to add to your to-do list, immediately answer text messages and emails, commit to engagements, and even feed into the lie, which people have actually told me this when I spend time with myself, that you're self-absorbed or your desires don't matter. You must respect yourself enough to draw the line. So you might be asking yourself, what does investing in yourself look like? And according to the Tishonna theory, self-investment will cause you to do three things. It will cause you to relax, it will cause you to be rewarded, and or it will cause you to reflect. So for me, it is prayer time every morning. So while everybody's sleeping, the kids are sleeping, hubby's sleeping, I have time to journal and I have time to release my worries. So that's an example of relaxation and reflection. I also, once a week, treat myself to something small. So normally that's a candle or it's flowers. It could be anything. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. It doesn't have to cost money at all, but it's a reward for myself. Every Saturday, I take a bubble bath. When the kids are asleep, that's relaxation. I try to exercise 3 times a week. That's rewarding. I have to get counseling once a month because I want to be accountable to certain things that I do and the goals that I set. So that's reflection. And every single day, I create time at least once a day that will draw me closer to fulfilling my dreams. So that's a reward. So those are the 3 R's, and those are just examples. But I want to add this in. Saying yes to myself was the hardest and most difficult thing that I've done in my life. Because when you constantly say no to bettering yourself or pouring into yourself, there are weights and weights and weights of responsibility that could not be avoided and that pile up. So when those things pile up and the weights get too hard to hold up, this has happened to me, you are going to crash, okay? You move from giving out of an overflow and instead from a place of barely enough. And this is where anxiety comes in, this is where stress, worry, and all sorts of handful of physical issues that come into play that can seriously affect your focus. So you have to learn to let it go. You were not made to carry all that pressure, but you hold the power to release it to Christ. He wants to take that load. Now, in regards to people that are attached to your purpose, you must be a liberator to liberate others. If you want people who are connected to your vision to walk in wholeness, they've got to see that in you first. Where you go, they will follow. Where you don't go, they will stop to grow. So I don't know about you, but I want to be the best so that others can achieve their best. So please aim to allow the 3 R's to recharge you and be the best person that you could be for the ones that you love and for those that are attached to your purpose. Give yourself permission to finally say yes to all that is inside of you without hesitation, without guilt, because you are worth it.